Hi everyone, this is UKManicLoomer and I'm here today with a 7-pin wide design by 2 in length, and this one is called Twin Love and it is by a designer known as the Luminator on Instagram, and I'll just show you the picture she has here. See if I can get this into a little bit more focus. So this is one of her bracelets on her Instagram account. All her bracelets are absolutely lovely, so if you aren't following her already, please do so. The details will be below in the description box along with mine. And as always, I've done a rendition of my own for practice before I start, and I do apologise, it's covered in hair because these neon bands attract dog hair like crazy. So if I just bring this a little bit more closer and see if it'll go into focus for me, there you go. So this is the one I just did this morning, and it's a really simple design, but at the same time it's elegant as well. So maybe not in the neon, but it is an elegant design. Right, okay, so we'll get started. Like I said, it's a 7 by 2 in length, and we're going to go from the first pin bar, we're going to go diagonally down half, diagonally down half, and diagonally down half to the middle. Then we're going to go diagonally up half, diagonally up half, and diagonally up half. So this is a low tension band on these neon, but as I say, always make sure you brace for the worst and put as many braces on as you can, and that way you won't be surprised. So when you're ready and your loom looks like that, press play. Okay, so let's get started. For this, I'll be using some opaque bands, and I'm going to go with a little bit of a Moulin Rouge passionate twin love idea. So I'll be using opaque red, opaque black, opaque pink, and opaque white for my colours today. And I'm going to start off with the red, and we're going to just do a nice simple border. Going to go on the 4th pin bar, first pin, and we're going to follow those first pins to the left. So diagonally up half, diagonally up half, diagonally up half. Then we're just going to go all the way to the top, and we're going to stop on the 4th pin from the end. So you want to pop a little band there just to let you know where you're going to stop. And then you're going to come in diagonally to that tip, so you're just mirroring the beginning part. Then I'm going to come back and we're going to go on that 4th pin bar, and we're going to follow those first pins to the right, and then we're going to go up the 7th pin bar all the way to the 4th pin from the end, and then we're going to go diagonally inwards and close it off in the mirror image of this. So go ahead and get that done, and when you're ready, press play. Okay, so that's the border done. Next we've got 4 sets of zigzags to lay, and if I just bring out this rendition, it is this neon orange section here and the pink section here. So ignore the yellow section for now. So pick your 2 colours for that. I am going to be using the black for my first set of zigzags, and then a pink for the second set of zigzags. Alright, so we'll start off with the first set, and it is on your first pin bar, first pin, and we're going to go diagonally up inwards, and then we're going to go from the 2nd pin bar, 2nd pin, diagonally up outwards, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit more for you. Then we're just going to go from the first pin bar, 2nd pin, and we're going to diagonally up and inwards, then diagonally up and outwards, okay? Diagonally up and inwards, diagonally up and outwards. Simple zigzag. We're also going to do the same on the 7th pin bar and the 6th pin bar. So on the 7th pin bar, first pin, we're going to go diagonally up and inwards, diagonally up and outwards, pushing them down as we go, diagonally up and inwards, diagonally up outwards. I think you get the idea here, so I'll just pop this one on. Once we've gone all the way to the end on both of these, we're going to come back and we're going to lay the next one between the second and third pin bar. So we're going to start on the second pin bar, first pin, and we're going to go diagonally up and in. Then we're going to go diagonally up and out, up and in, up and out. So again, just on top of the other zigzags, and we're going to take that all the way to the top. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the 5th and 6th pin bar. So starting on the 6th pin bar, first pin, that's a bad band. We're going to go diagonally in and up, diagonally out and up, diagonally in, diagonally out. Okay, so go ahead and do your 4 sets of zigzags, and when you're finished, press play. Well, that's my zigzags all laid. Next I'm going to be doing the middle section, and what we're going to be doing is downward arrows, and I am going to be using the red again for this. And if I just bring out the other rendition, it is where these neon purples are. Let's see if I can get it into a bit more focus for you. There you go. So it's where these neon purples are here. So I'm going to be doing some red. All right. So all we have to do, let's get this zoomed in again, is we're going to go on the 4th pin bar, 2nd pin, and we're going to go diagonally up and out to the left. Then back to that pin, we're going to go diagonally up and out to the right. And then we're going to jump to the next pin and we're going to do the same thing, so diagonally up, out to the left, and diagonally up, out to the right. Then we go up one more pin and we go diagonally up, out to the left, and diagonally up, out to the right. Really simple. So go all the way to the end with that, and when you've finished, press play. Okay, so that is my centre downward arrows all complete. Next we're going to be doing 5 lines, so just simple straight lines. And if I bring in my rendition here and see if I can bring it into focus a little bit for you. There you go. I have the 2 lines here which are in between my zigzags. Then I have a line that's underneath one of my zigzags, and then I have a centre line which is here, which my red bands will wrap around, but this is my purple bands wrapped around the neon yellow there. And that is what we're going to do now. So what I'm going to choose for my first set of straight lines, which is on my 2nd pin bar and my 6th pin bar, is my white. So I'm going to go on my 2nd pin bar, 1st pin, and I'm just going to go straight forward until I get to the other side. Then I'm going to come back and do my 6th pin bar, and again I'm going to go straight forward until I get to the other side. Then we're going to lay on the 3rd and the 5th pin bar, and that is the bit that's going to go behind your second set of zigzags. So in my case it will be behind the pink, and I'm just going to go 3rd pin bar, 1st pin, straight up, and then the 5th pin bar, that's it, and I'm going to go straight up again until I get to the other side. And then we've got our centre one here, and just to change it up I'm going to put the opaque black here so that the reds really stand out and it ties in these black zigzags on the outside. So we're going to go on the 4th pin bar and going to go straight up again. Nothing too difficult. So go ahead and choose your colours, get all 5 of them laid, and then it will be time to turn the loom around and put our cap bands on. Alright, when you're ready. press play. So that is all my bands ready. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 3 cap bands on here and I'm going to make them triple. So 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to put one on the centre here. And although the designer, the Luminator, didn't suggest putting one on the 1st or the 7th pin, I find the way we do the zigzags, I think it would be better if I had a cap band there. So I'm going to put a cap band on the 1st pin bar and a cap band on the 7th pin bar, and you obviously understand when we get to that part. But what we're going to do first of all is we're going to do one straight simple line all the way up, and it is this centre one, my black opaque. So I'm going to go behind my triple cap band, grab my black opaque bands and just bring them back to themselves like this. So nothing too fancy. I'll stay on camera because it won't take me long to do this. Nearly there. Okay, that's me all done. And I'm just going to quickly check my notes. I am pretty sure it's the... Yes, it is. Alright, that's not a problem. So next what we're going to do is we're going to be doing these, what I suppose they're now upward arrows. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into that 4th pin bar. For 2nd pin, we're going to grab that top band here, and instead of bringing it back on itself, we're just going to bring it up one. So let me just zoom in so you can see that more clearly. So instead of going here, we're going to go here, and we're going to loop it over. Then we're going to go back into this pin and we're going to do the same on this side. So bringing it diagonally up one instead of diagonally down one, okay? Then we're going to do the same on this one. So we're going to go into the 3rd pin, we're going to bring it up, instead of going back down, it's going to go diagonally up instead. And we're making a kind of kissing kind of shape there. And then we're going to do the same with this one. So we're going to move it diagonally up one, and the same with the next one up as well. So really simple stitch. So go ahead and finish that all the way to the end, and when you're ready, press play. Next step, we're going to be doing the 3rd and 5th pin bar straight lines. And I'm going to start off in this 3rd one. And you know what, I think, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this border out. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go into this 4th pin bar behind the cap band, and I'm just going to bring it over one, and we'll do it on the other side as well. That just allows us to grab this straight line here, and instead of bringing it back to itself here, we're going to be bringing it across onto the 2nd pin bar. All right, and we're going to do the next one up. So 3rd pin bar, 2nd pin, instead of going back to itself here, we're going across here. So we're making that shape. Then we're going to go, let me just bring that in again. We're going to go into the next one, which is the 3rd pin up, and we're going to just bring it across so it's slightly up to the left. I'll do one more on this side. We're going to grab the chain going upwards and bring it out to the side like that. And then of course we're going to go to the 5th pin bar and we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to grab, so the band's all twisted up here, let's give it a wiggle. I'm going to grab that one and we're going to just bring it across to the 6th pin bar. Then we're going to go back to this 5th pin bar and we're going to just bring that across. Then back to the 5th pin bar and bring it across to the 6th pin bar. And we're going to do that all the way up that single chain. And when you're ready, press play. Alright, so that bit's done. Next we're going to be tackling my pink opaque zigzags. And with these zigzags we will just be bringing them back on themselves. So we're going to go into the 3rd pin bar, 2nd pin, and grab that top band, which is the pink, and bring it diagonally down to itself. Next band diagonally up to itself. Next pin up, so 3rd pin now, grab that top pink, bring it diagonally down to itself, and then diagonally up to itself. So it's really, really simple. Let me just zoom in and get closer for you. Then we're going to go into the 4th pin, we're going to grab that top band, we're going to go diagonally down to itself and diagonally up to itself. And we're going to continue that all the way to the end. Then we're going to come back to the 5th pin bar, 2nd pin. We are going to grab that top pink band and diagonally down back to itself. Next one, diagonally up back to itself. Go into the 3rd pin, diagonally down back to itself, diagonally up back to itself. 4th pin, go in. It's always the hardest one to see. Right, grab that top band, go diagonally down to itself and diagonally up to itself. So I'm going to jump off camera and finish that so I can see what I'm doing. And when you're ready and finished, press play. Right, the next move we've got to do is the 2nd and 6th pin bar straight forwards. And I've done them in my opaque white and they are literally as straightforward. There's nothing difficult about this one at all. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to bring that border in one more, or should I say out one more, and then I'm going to go in, grab that straightforward band and bring it back to itself, and I'm going to keep doing that until I get all the way to the other side, making sure I do just grab that one band, maybe give it a little bit of a push down. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to bring out one more part of this border, and then I'm going to go in, grab that straight forward and just bring it back to itself. Again, just making sure you're only getting that straightforward band. So I'm going to take that all the way down to the end, and when you've done the same, press play. Okay, so we are 2 bits away from finishing this bracelet. The next part is these black zigzags, and it is a stitch I like to call the chasing zigzag, and you'll most probably see why in a minute. Now the reason why I've put a cap band here and not just brought the border over and then zigzagged it is, if I just show you this one, so where is it? There. This would be it here. So if I just try and get, oh, there you go. I just brought the border over on this one and allowed it to do the zigzag, and I'm constantly having to tighten it up because it's just so loose and it sticks out. So I'm putting a cap band there this time to make that a little bit tighter and hold its shape for a bit more. Okay, so we're going to go into that 1st pin bar, 1st pin behind that cap band, and we're going to grab the band, the black zigzag, and we're going to bring it back to itself inwards. Then we're going to go into that pin and we're going to bring it back to itself outwards. Next pin, so 2nd pin now, we're going to zigzag inwards. Then we're going to go into that one, and zig outwards. So as you can see, I am chasing the zigzag by going in and out every time I hit the next zigzag. So I'm going to be doing that all the way to the end, and then I'm going to be coming back and doing this side, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit better for you. Okay, so we're going to go in the 7th pin bar, going to grab that black, we're going to zig inwards, and then we're going to zag outwards, and then we're going to go inwards and outwards. So we're chasing the zigzag again. And I'm going to do that all the way to the end, and then we'll be ready to do our border. So you go ahead and finish that, and when you're ready, just press the play. Okie dokie then, we are on the final part, and that is the border. So as we've already brought these ones forward, we're going to go into the 2nd pin bar, 1st pin, and we're going to grab that border and bring it out to itself. Then we're just going to go into the 1st pin bar, and every pin we're going to grab that border band and bring it back to itself until we get to the top, like so. Just going to give it a little push down. See how quickly I can do this, shall we? Nearly there on this side. Then we're going to go in on this top one, and we're going to bring it diagonally in to itself. Then we're going to go and make sure we grab the next bottom band here, and we're going to bring it diagonally up to itself. Now there's a few bands on each of these which are going to make them a little bit tougher, and then we're going to bring it in directly into the middle. Then we're going to come back here, we're going to go on the 6th pin bar, and we're going to bring it out to the 7th and stop. Then we're going to grab the border band all the way to the top. So I'll do this really quickly. Then we can tie off the band with our extra band and C-clip, and I will take the band off camera. Now if you're not too sure how to take the band off, the last one I did, I actually did pull it off, but that was with a silicone based neon rainbow loom band, and they are very tough and hard to snap. And although these are rainbow loom bands as well, the opaques are just a little bit more easier to break. So I am going to take off the 1st and 7th pin bar, and then I am going to just do the middle going left and right until I get all the way to the end. So we're on the last pin there, we're going to go diagonally in, back to itself, diagonally in, back to itself, diagonally in and back to itself. That's it, we have done it. Now all I have to do is go and grab a C-clip, because once again I have really prepared myself. One moment. There you go. Luckily I had some in my pocket. Right, now the border is red here, so I'm going to go with the red again. And because it is opaque, I'm going to go with 2 opaque bands just for that extra strength. I am going to put my hook all the way through on the center last pin, and once I've got all the bands through, I'm going to hook the 2 reds on there, rotate the hook inwards so it goes up the channel of this pin, and then hook the other 2 sides there. Now that's nice and secure. I'm just going to give them a little bit of a pull. and I'm going to slide on my C-clip like that. Okay, let's see if that's done it. No, it hasn't. Right, that's good. It's just popped off the pin as well, so we really have to make it go this time. There you go. So we've got all 4 on. Now I'm going to slide my C-clips. It's the most graceful part of all my tutorials is my C-clips. They are honestly my blooper moments. So there you go. That is my C-clip on, and that is all nice and secure. So again, I am not going to pull it off. I'm going to just hook it off just on the safe side because opaques are just a little bit more fragile. Obviously, if you're using a silicone based ones that have a little bit more stretch to them, then just yank it off. It is a really good band to be able to do that. Well, I'm going to go off camera now and take this off, and when I've finished I will show you the end results. Be right back. Okay, so that is the bands off the loom, and I will show you the finishing results, and here it is. I super love this design. It is a very easy design to do, which leaves it open to a lot of loomers. I love the pattern on here, and I actually do love the colours as well. Being that said, I don't really feel like this is a reversible bracelet. This is mainly a one-sided bracelet, and that is purely because on the rear side of it, I feel like there's not enough to break up the colours. And if I just show you what I mean, as you can see, it is far too dark with the blacks here, and there's not enough to break up this section. Now, if you were doing completely different colours, perhaps that would be a different story. But if I'm just going on this one, this is the front side for me again, because it has colours to break it up as it goes along. But if I flip it on that side, there isn't really anything breaking these parts up. And again, that could purely be for colour choice, but for me, I think this is definitely a one-sided bracelet. Being that said, it is a gorgeous design and I do love it. And if I just pop it around my wrist there, just to show you, it does expand the full wrist diameter of an adult with no problems at all. One thing I'd like to say about this design is it is absolutely screaming out for some bling to be put on it, because of all these loose bands and availability to put bands on, such as this red area could have some beads on it, these parts of the red here, beads. So yeah, I think you could go completely wild with some C beads and maybe 6mm beads in the centre. And I would absolutely love to see anybody do a rendition with the beads in. So to round it all up, this is called Twin Love. It was designed by the Luminator, and thank you for choosing me to do the tutorial for you. I really did enjoy it. And of course, tutorialed by me, UKManicLoomer. All the details to our Instagram accounts are below, and please do hashtag any renditions that you do so me and the Luminator can see them. So from the UK, bye!